We are streaming to YouTube now. Good evening. Today we're going to be painting this lovely hut that I made. And let me tell you something. This was an experiment with using new, really new stuff. This is very loud. Hopefully it's not as loud for you. It doesn't seem like it's loud. So, alright, I'm going to turn this all the way down my end. Oh, if anybody in the chat wants to... Nobody's in the chat is. Let's just take a look here. Zero is watching now. Oh, hey everybody. I'm glad you're all saying stuff in the chat. Alright, cool. It's always weird when people in the chat are talking to me and like YouTube is telling me nobody's watching the stream. So today we're going to be painting this lovely medieval/Viking style hut. And it turned out pretty good. This was an experiment I'm doing for a video about using new materials that I've never used before. These sides, if you can see the sides here, these are all made up of coffee stirs. And then the all this stuff is just dollar store foam core. And the door is made of coffee stirs as well. And the base is actually delicious! Sprite Zero. Lemon lime deliciousness now the basis of my little thing there. Apocalyptic Moth. Where's the name from? I don't know what you're referring to, Apocalyptic Moth. I don't know what you're talking about. You gotta let me know. So we're going to be painting the wood this brown color. This is the classic orangish brown. Hopefully this will look okay. I think it will. We're going to be painting the slats of this farmhouse, this kind of orange brown. I'm wondering, this seems to be an okay color. Again, if something like this, we can always layer paint and get it to be a little bit better color. We're not happy with the color. As always, I have the mixture of wood brown and then it's a mixture of wood brown, crimson red, and a little black for the base coat. And I didn't texture a lot of this dang old slats here, and I'm regretting that decision because I think the ones that I did texture I can tell right away when applying the dry brush, so live and learn, I guess. I thought that the stirring sticks, even though other people have said the wood is always a funky material to work with, I thought there would be enough dang old texture on it to dry brush properly, but it might not. We'll just have to see. Just loading up the old paintbrush here and yeah, you can really tell, even from the webcam. Maybe you can see closely. Well, not really. You can't tell with the webcam. Sadly, I didn't have enough time to set up a proper lighting tonight, so. But, so this is going very well so far. This is a quick project. Some of you might recognize that this farmhouse is the same style as the one Blackmagic crafted in a video specifically about creating stuff like this quickly. So, alright. That's pretty good. Alright, so then on the main wood we're going to be doing a little bit of more of a mahogany, but mahogany also mixed with the lighter brown that we had before. So it's not going to be quite the reddish mahogany that we're normally used to dealing with. It's going to be a little bit browner, unless that... let's just turn that... What we got here? All right, let's try that. See what that looks like. Yeah. Alright, that's not light enough. Let's actually drop one drop of canvas in there. Nice to see you using good old craft. Well, my paints are all sorts of paints. Like I generally have like whatever paints are the cheapest that I can get on clearance are the ones I like to use. Dry brush on the old textured foam here. This is the first time I think I've done like texturing, like the cartoony style texturing with the pen, and I think it worked out pretty good. It's going to be a subtle difference between the two woods, between the slats and the cardboard here, but this should be pretty good. Alright, hey David. Nice of you to drop by. Oh yeah, miniature paints are really good for the vast majority of uses. I mean, they're already kind of like, you know, they're already formulated to be used for this kind of stuff. Craft paints are useful in other stuff as well, but yeah, miniature paints are really good, and you know, you can get some really good deals. Physical stores, if you have a hobby store near you that sells the Vallejo stuff, the Vallejo model color stuff. This is you can get this very cheap, and it's very good stuff. And then every once in a while, you can get a good deal on the Reaper stuff as well. All right, so as you can see, a very subtle difference, perhaps too subtle, for the different woods in this. Let's just see. Alright, that's looking pretty okay. See, now we have the there's some bits there that you can see from your angle. So yeah. Alright, I really like this. Okay, so questions, I think. So now we have the thing. Do we want to do... I think we want to do the... Alright, we want to do the little dry brush on the thing there. So, we want like a nice... nice tan. So this is a little bit of a darker tan. So we're gonna add just a little bit of ivory to that to brighten that tan up just a bit. You know what? We're not gonna use that. We're gonna use this. That's what we're gonna do. All right. Finally got lucky on finding those dang wagons. Excellent. Yeah, those are really fun to convert. So we want to just get the edge of this. We want to make sure that we're just highlighting the very edge of these slats here with this tan color. Ooh. That's fine. Ooh, that's actually looking really nice. I might not actually do a wash on that. I might keep this without the wash. There. So that's looking very good. So I might not actually do the wash on that. And I'm going to use a little bit of a brown here to get a bit of a different shade of tan for the very light dry brushing I'm going to be doing on the bigger timbers here. Oh, it doesn't say hut? It should say hut, but whatever. I don't particularly care. Change it in YouTube, YouTube doesn't change it, so what are you gonna do, huh? Man, that's really white. Just try to get a little bit lighter. Just a little bit of highlight is all we need. Want to make sure alright. Okay, so I really like the way that looks on the side there. So I don't think I'm going to be doing I don't believe I will be doing a wash on that. But let's do a wash on the old... May I ask the question, should I pin this? If I ask the question, should I pin this, the answer is always yes, isn't it? It depends. I mean, I use pinning when it comes to finicky parts. I'm assuming you're talking about smaller miniatures. You know, I mean, obviously, if it's something that's PVC material like Reaper Bones and stuff, you generally don't have to pin it. Because generally Reaper Bones stuff, like the... that, like, really, like, I don't know what the term is. There's a really good adhesion rate when it comes to Reaper Bones stuff, so... I would say, generally speaking, with Reaper stuff, you don't have to pin anything. So I'm washing the larger planks here. Trying to get a little better cohesion of color between the different dry brushes that I did. But I really like the way that dry brush looks on the planks, so I'm not going to be washing the planks. Alright, see you later, Darren. Wow. Yeah, I really am interested in the way the little cartoony texturing on Styrofoam is working here. It looks interesting. It's certainly not, like, subtle at all. Alright. Boom. That is already looking really nice. So, just a little bit more because I just want to get that top. So I do want a little bit of a clear delineation. There we go. That's looking pretty good. And you know what? I don't think I'm gonna... The door looks nice enough like that. I don't think I'm gonna wash the door. I might just do a little bit of a... Just a couple lines of wash underneath. So there's a little bit of a shadow. There we go. See, that's nice. Alright, so now, the stucco. Start off with the Terran khaki here. Question, could you paint WizKids pre-painted miniatures? Because I want to make the clay cool in different colors of clay. That varies, actually, between miniature to miniature. You can try it. I have not experimented with a lot of the WizKids stuff. Generally speaking, if it's cleaned off enough, you can at least touch it up without, you can touch it up easily enough without, you know what I'm saying. You can touch it up without taking the paint off and repriming it and such. But I don't know. I haven't really tried to repaint the pre-painted WizKids miniatures that much. I'm basically painting the stucco. Just looking pretty stucco-ish. I found a bunch of the I found a bunch of the Lord of the Rings metal miniatures from the Citadel miniatures. Games Workshop miniatures. That was a pretty good one. I think lately that's been my nicest find. Looking like stucco there. Have some ivory dry brushed on the very top there. So stucco's looking pretty good. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah, okay. So you can see this. So this was very wonky, the roof here. But you know what? Turned out okay in the end. And wow, what a speed paint, guys. My God. You don't need steady hands for painting. My hands are pretty steady tonight, but I don't have the steadiest hands. If you want, Critical Role actually did a video about ways to steady your hands when you paint. Let me see if I can link that. Oh, let's see here. Let's see here. Like, there's a lot of good things, but the only reason I'm picking out the Critical Role videos because they do actually do a number of they do have a number of techniques that I use when my hands aren't steady. So that's the only reason I'm linking this. There we go. I am using a selection of Reaper paints. These are all very old paints that are very old and on clearance, and that's why I'm using them on projects like this. Generally speaking, with something hand-built like this, you can just use craft paints. But I have this stuff, it's either use it or lose it at this point. Look at this. This was a speed painting thing here. How many minutes have I been here? 23 minutes, and I think I'm actually done. Miniatures buried and on places. Well, there was the one goblin from Hero Quest that I found at the Goodwill by the pound that was by his lonesome. And of course, in my various videos, most of the miniatures, including the that D&D dice holder from Loot Crate, that was in a mix of random toy crap. That was one of my more recent videos. Look at that, though. Look at that, though. That turned out very nice. I mean, this is like 23 minutes of painting, man. That looks good. I should have done an entire village. Because the only thing that kept me from going is these are stirring sticks. These are very cheap. And I used the tacky glue. Tacky glue does take a little bit of time to dry. So, but yeah, no, the stucco looks great. That's just some super cheap texture paint stuff. The doorway looks okay. I mean, the top of the roof was completely wonky, but like when you look at it, your eyes just really, you can't really tell all that much. And the weird thing about the crossbars being on top of the central post, I saw that a lot. I'm not sure if that's real, but the way this was built, the crossbars, it was just easier to have it on top rather underneath. So even though that might not make any sense at all, look at that. I like that. I'm glad I didn't do the wash on that. I like this. This is like the bottom kind of dark reddish brown, very almost dark reddish brown, and then the lighter brown, and then the more dark tan color. That turned out really nice. And if you'll notice, I kind of didn't really brush these middle posts very much. So they are just kind of like that. And you can certainly tell close up which of these tiny little things that I gave, because this is wooden stirring sticks. So you can certainly tell which ones I did where there's like, I don't even know if you can see that. So yeah, these are the ones that I gave the texture to. So you can certainly tell which ones I gave texture to. But, I mean, if you're looking at it from 3 feet away like you would on a gaming table, I don't know if I would even bother with it. But certainly, if you don't mind spending a couple minutes poking at some stirring sticks to give them texture, it might be a little bit helpful. So, yeah. Is it odd? I've never played, but watch your videos and collect the miniatures. Low. Okay, well, you can try to explain to your friends there's no wrong way of playing D&D. You're just hanging out and playing a board game. So, no, you don't your friends don't have to worry about playing it wrong. There's no wrong way to play. You're just hanging out and having fun. No pressure. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. If you enjoy the hobby, then that's something you can do. But it is fun to be able to, like, collect miniatures and then eventually use them for a game. I am just blown away how well this came together after the final paint. Like, I was really worried that it would look just really wonky. And it does look wonky. But again, like, I just don't think you'd be able to tell. That door came out really nice, too. A little, I did the handle crooked on purpose. Look at that. Very nice stuff. The stucco looks great. This would fit in well with the rest of my stuff. And as you can see, this all came from the power of Sprite Zero, the delicious lemon lime flavor, which is excellent for crafting purposes. All right. Well, I mean, I did not expect this to go this quickly. It just depends. But yeah, certainly, you need to let your friends know that there's no huge right or wrong way to play RPGs. It's just hanging out and having fun. And that's the main thing. Now, if you do play, I would suggest that you play with the vanilla rules, and stuff like that. And then if you are going to DM, then I would suggest you fudge the dice a little bit, so if your players do make some interesting decisions, they don't automatically die in the game. So look at that. That looks very good. This turned out amazingly well. An incredibly quick build. 20 minutes of painting. I don't want to touch this thing. I think this looks really amazing as is, and I simply don't want to touch it because I don't want to ruin what I've done here. All right. Or if you really want to play, you can always play on the internet too. That would make it a little bit weird that you have the physical miniatures and don't have a game in real life. But that's sometimes there's a lot of people who enjoy crafting and stuff like that. And this turned out amazing. I have almost a full set for a farm scene. And yeah, I really like this. It just turned out really nice. Yeah, this is an excellent bit of crafting, and I'm very happy. All right then. Well, I'm sorry for the short stream, guys. If anybody has any questions, I can answer them quick before I end this stream. But dang, oh dang, this is gonna be a 30-minute stream, I guess, because that's all it took for me to paint this, and I don't want to go crazy and start painting more when it looks really good as is. I mean, just look at that stucco, the cross beams, the subtle difference between the support beams and then the planks. I mean, this just looks really nice. Now, obviously, this is a very poor peasant's thing. This is something that would be set up for either storage or living in the temperate months. So this does not have a stovepipe in it. That's by design. All right. Yeah, I don't know what happened to them all. I used to have a bunch of Magic cards. I'm assuming they're all thrown away by now. But yeah, it's a real situation. But so thanks, guys. This turned out amazingly well. As I was worried about the wonkiness of the roof beams and this little part here, but you know what? I think the excellent little door here definitely draws the eye away from that, and the subtle difference of the paint job where I didn't use a wash on the sides, but I did use a wash on the support beams here. And again, I have to do I don't know, I hate to do research over something this dumb, but the support beams over the central thing, I'm not sure if that's a real thing, because I kept on seeing that, but a lot of the buildings that I saw designed that way were like 3D models, so I'm not sure. In any case. Alright then. Well, thank you everybody for watching. Remember, if you have any questions for my thing, just shoot me a question in the community page or on Facebook, and I will have this video uploaded hopefully pretty soon. And if you have any suggestions for other videos, please let me know. Thank you for watching this very short painting stream.